Hey guys, what's up? It's Connor from Dragon Rider Network here doing a new video, the new angle, and a new haircut, talking about a new topic, iOS 5. Today we're going to be going over how it runs on the iPod Touch that I have here, and the iPad. We're also going to be talking about its new features, and it's a pretty cool video. And also guys, ignore my voice a little bit because it is starting to go away after this entire week. So anyway, let's get started. Alright, so obviously I don't have the iPhone 4S on me right now to try out all of these brand new features, but I do have the iPod Touch 4th generation, so I will be able to do quite a handful of features. One of the key features, though, of iOS 5 has definitely got to be in the home screen. I'm not sure if it's just the iPod Touch or if it's the iPhone, but oh, look, there we go. Right here, if you double click on the home button, you get controls on the home screen and you get an automatic camera button. So let me go ahead and do that again. Right there, you get the camera button, you just press it, and right then you can have full access to the camera, and you can even use the volume shutter, the volume button, as a shutter button. So let me go ahead and show you right here. And it works as a physical button. It's really cool. Let me go ahead and just take some pictures all around. Alright, it's getting boring. But anyway, it's really cool. Also in the camera, you now have options of grid lines. As you can see up here, you can have the grid on or off. And as you can probably tell, video is no different. And front facing camera, still the same. Here you see me. Hi. And that's pretty much it for the camera. So anyway, let's get started on the features within iOS 5. Alright, so definitely one of the biggest ones is definitely in the new messaging app called Messages, which Apple calls iMessage. What this basically allows you to do is send text messages-like messages to other iOS 5 users. You can send pictures, you can send text, you can send whatever. So let me go ahead and send this to anybody. And that's not really a person, I just wanted to do an example. And let's go ahead and type out some ridiculous thing that not even autocorrect will be able to figure out. Definitely a lot of fun. And let's go ahead and take a picture. And you can add a photo from your existing library, or you can take one. Let's go ahead and take one. So, flip it around. Get to see me and my beautiful camera. Take a picture. We can use that. Very beautiful. And there I am. And you can just send the message to anybody you want, and when you want to send it, you just press send. But obviously I can't send it right now because I have no friends in my iMessage contact list. Another cool thing is definitely Newsstand. Newsstand is basically this new application that allows you to access subscriptions to magazines, newspapers. Here I have the New York Times subscription, and you can just go in here and get subscriptions to all of their different stuff. Like, I can go into most emailed or top news. I can even go into the sections or some of my favorites. Haven't actually used this that much, so all of it seems pretty new. And let me go back here, and you can look at the iPhone story, which is definitely really cool. I will be trying to go to the event tomorrow. New iPhone conceals sheer magic. I knew it. But for some of these stories, you do have to pay a fee, as you can see right here. For all digital access, you gotta pay $35 a month. No way am I doing that for a newspaper, but you know, some people, it might be worth it to them. For me, I typically keep up with blogs like Engadget and 9 to 5 Mac and a whole bunch of other stuff, but that's me. Another really cool thing is reminders. What you can do for reminders is just type yourself out something. I'm going to say go to Apple Store because I'm doing that most likely tomorrow. And just hit done. And what you can do is you can see at the top of the list, you can see how many you've completed, and if you check off one, then you can see that one of your things that you reminded yourself of is in fact completed. So let's go ahead and see what that is. Going to the Apple Store tomorrow. And if I've already done it, I can set an alarm for it, remind me on a day at that time. Or if I just want to delete it, I can go ahead and delete it. And everything seems completed. Also, another cool thing about iOS 5 is that what it actually didn't mention is that in calendar mode, if you go into landscape on the iPhone, let me go back to the calendar in month view, and you turn it horizontal, you then get a brand new view that you can use for your calendar. It's sort of like an organizer, and when you want to add an event, you simply hold it, and you can add all the stuff. But I don't want to add an event, and I never use calendar on my iPhone or iPod Touch because I'm disorganized. But probably one of the coolest features, though, is that in iCloud, you can have all your contacts sunk in. Let's say I have iCloud right about here. And what I can do then is I can sync it up with my contacts, photos, music, TV shows, and all other applications that I have on here. And I can have them all sunk and backed up to the iCloud. And if I want to get them on another device, I can do that. Like, let's say I don't have this. And what I have instead is the iPad. I can go ahead, go into there, and I can access everything that is still on the iCloud right back to the iPad. Speaking of iPad, though, there are a few features that are available on the iPad besides Newsstand and all the other stuff I talked about, which is a pretty big deal. If you hit the home button twice, go back to this, what you'll find here is you'll find AirPlay, and you will actually be able to mirror your iPad's display onto Apple TV. Let me go and show you right there. And right there, you just select Apple TV, and then you can stream everything that's on your screen onto Apple TV. And it's really cool, especially for games, because I think Real Racing is coming out with a version where you just use the controller on the iPad, and then the screen can hook up one player or even 4 players in multiplayer. Okay, and one more thing that I actually forgot to mention on iOS 5 is actually the use of the new push notification system. What you have right here is basically Apple's brand new way of getting push notifications to you. You just drag down from the top, and then boom, you have all this information like New York Times, stories, and all other stuff that you can get right to your device in push notification form. And you can even have the weather, you can have stocks going by, and it's really, really cool. So that's pretty much it, and you can exit out of these and you can clear them. No new notifications. And if you're in an application and you get a notification, it will roll down off the top, not interrupting your game, and it will go right back. So it doesn't interrupt you, and it's a much better form of a notification because you can see a list of multiple notifications that you've received over a period of time. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much my overview of iOS 5. Be sure to comment down below to tell me what you think about it, and tell me what you think about iOS 5 for yourself. Is it worth an upgrade? Is it worth buying an iPhone 4S? Is it worth buying an iPad? Be sure to tell me all of that. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/thedragonrider. Be sure to check me out on Facebook. And be sure to check out the website, dragonridernetwork.com. So anyway, guys, I will catch you at the next video. Talk to you then.